Welcome to Mark and Pete. I'm Pete, and today we're going to be looking at Donald Trump's recent cabinet appointments. He's, of course, now the president-elect in the United States, and he has selected Linda McMahon as Secretary of Education. Now, Linda McMahon was co-founder of the WWE and was head of the Small Business Administration. And she's been nominated now by Trump to head up the Department of Education. This has sparked debate. It's because she's had a very firm stance on education policies. Particularly, I think there's quite a bit of opposition being drummed up because of her opposition to the progressive agenda in such areas. Now, McMahon's appointment is a great move. It's a great strategic move done by Trump here to steer the education system back to a focus on practical outcomes, on accountability, on looking for educational outcomes and improvements in student learning, rather than looking at a specific agenda, sort of social engineering, which has really crept in and pretty much taken over and captured education, state-led education in the United States. She has business acumen, she has leadership experience, so McMahon could be pretty good in bringing some, much needed efficiency to education in the United States. She has a firm belief in returning control of education to local authorities. At Mark and Pete, we always champion localism, so this is great news to us, even though we're not in the United States. We're big friends of the United States. We love the place and the people there and want to see it succeed. So localism, great move. Moving education back under the control of local authorities and local parents. This resonates with conservatives in the United States as well, because just like us at Mark and Pete, they value choice, they value individuality. They value schooling that is good for the local area. Now, critics argue that McMahon doesn't have direct experience in education, so they say they're concerned. And they also say, well, look at where she stood, and they list certain issues. But the role of Secretary of Education is to oversee and implement and reflect the administration's vision, Trump's vision for the future. So given that's the case, and there's been such an electoral mandate for Trump to press ahead with the agenda that he was campaigning on, then McMahon's leadership skills could drive reforms that prioritise what people want prioritised: excellence and parental rights over how their children are educated. Now this, then, I see as a good move. This is something that could make a positive change to education in the US, if only there were similar moves being put into place in the UK, where Mark and Pete are based. But it's good news, and we're really pleased to hear this news about this particular cabinet pick by Trump over in the United States. We're saying that we approve. I'm sure Trump waits with bated breath for the Mark and Pete approval, and is listening into the show. But no, we approve of this. And looking in the broader context, Trump's cabinet selections, including this one of McMahon, they send a signal. It's an intent to challenge progressive narratives, and these progressive narratives have dominated the cultural and political landscape for years. So in appointing people who aren't afraid to confront woke ideologies, the Trump administration is setting the stage for a big cultural shift in the direction that we at Mark and Pete would approve of, towards traditional values and towards common sense. This is an opportunity. Trump is seizing an opportunity to restore balance and reason in the institutes in the United States, and take a stand against the big tide of political correctness that has washed over pretty much all areas of culture and institutions and politics, and instead uphold the principles which Western society was built on. Let's hope that, just as it's been said in the past, that when America sneezes, Europe and the UK catch a cold. The main show, Mark and Pete, is released weekly on Sunday evenings.